Everyone, and welcome to the Metaphysical Hour. I'm Julia Cannon, and this is my co-host Tracy Mahan. Hey. And we are here live
from New York.
Yeah, from somewhere. Where are you?
I'm in Oregon.
Yeah, I'm in Arkansas, and let us know where you're at.
That's right. We're lighting up the world.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to start this off.
Austin.
Yes, Tiffany is in Austin.
Well, the Austin area.
I'm going to say, I have to tell you guys, I haven't been able to get my hair done since before I went to Egypt, because before I went to Egypt, my hairdresser broke her arm.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, can't go. Today, I finally got my hair done. Look.
Hey, it looks so nice.
I was like, it was really grown out. Anyways, I just want to share that with everyone, that my hair feels good again.
Yes, looks fabulous.
Yeah. All right. Now that I have your attention, let's ask some questions. First, you're going to tell us all where you're from. And then if you have questions, please put Tiffany.
Yeah. Do we have anything? I don't have any energy. I don't know if there's anything special going on or anything specific.
I think we might be having some solar flares because, man, I've been sleepy. The solar flares make me sleepy.
Right. But you weren't sleepy during the solar storm.
No. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I was the one that reacted to that, but you were like, well, I'm on one. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're the one that gets sleepy. What's going on here?
And yesterday, all day long, I'm just like, oh man, I'm sleepy. And then like 9:30, 10 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, so then it was after midnight before I got to sleep. So that could be why I'm sleepy today.
That could be, yeah.
But yeah, something to do with the energy going on right now. It's I haven't watched the astrology. I have had a to-do list that goes on and on, both for work and for home. We're redoing the backyard, so getting all kinds of things going for that and revamping the backyard. So
I wonder if that's what's going on, because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing stuff like that in my house. Yeah. So revamping.
Not spring cleaning, only summer.
Only summer. Yeah. Maybe it's summer revamping.
Maybe. Yeah. But it's time. It was time to change things around a little bit and freshen it up. So excited.
Very cool. Okay. Yes. So I guess we're ready for Tiffany then.
Yeah. Tiffany, are you ready?
What are you ready for?
Oh,
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep. Okay. Those solar flares, goodness.
Oh, you guys just jumped real quick. We have Canada, London, Florida, Ohio, New York, Australia, Michigan, Wisconsin. You know what? I said Michigan, and I'm going to go with it. North Carolina, Arizona, New Jersey, Ireland, California, New Zealand, Wisconsin, some more Floridas, and another Australia.
Fantastic.
Woohoo.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's so cool. You see,
now all of you go grab your friends and tell them they're missing the live show.
We are here. We won't be here next week. We are here now. So come.
That's right. Yeah. Next week we're at the Disclosure Fest in California. So hopefully we'll see you guys there, but we won't be here. So you got to come today. Now it's time. Do it. Get your friend. Sorry, I see in the comments about Tiffany napping.
Oh,
cracking me up.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'll try not to veer off and be. Yeah, it's tempting to look and see what you guys are all saying.
So, the instructions. Okay, so if you want to make comments or if you want to ask questions, like I already said, put Tiffany's name in there. But they need to open up the screen, right, to make sure that she's seeing them.
If you're in Facebook, open the screen. If you don't do it in the feed, open it up to its full version so that we can get the question. Otherwise, we don't see them till later.
Yeah.
So, because of the way that the stream thing works, to feed it all to Tiffany, we need you to open it up. So we want your question. We want to know what you want to know. Not that we know, but we'll try and know. you
We
know?
will see what we get. We're just in the stream.
That's right.
Mhm.
We'll just be in that flow of what's the first thing that comes to our mind.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, we got Sarah in Vegas. Hi, Sarah. So,
Sarah.
so many of you guys. That's awesome. Oh, and Judy's here. Hello, Judy.
Hey, Judy.
And I mean to say hi to everybody, but
I was just gonna say hi,
Hi,
everybody.
everyone. Hi. Okay. Why am I here is actually the person's name on there. I like that.
I know. I see her comments a lot on the channel.
Yeah, why am I here?
Mhm.
All right, you guys. We need you to go into your own. We need you to get into your higher selves, and we need you to ask the questions that are deep and methodical, because we just want to see if Julia's got the capacity for it today.
We'll see what comes in.
Exactly.
Like I said, it's just in the stream. So what, what does the stream have to say?
Mm. I had a fun one this week where I had a friend from Canada called me and we were just talking, and she was like, sometimes my conversations will just kind of go off in its own little direction.
Mhm.
I'm talking to her and she's just like, I'm seeing in my head, I'm seeing this platform with a portal in it. And I said, why don't you just go in the portal? So she goes in the portal and she sees herself in a bubble or like an egg, a container.
Uh-huh.
And she's going in through that container and she's realizing she can time travel. She can basically do whatever her mind could come up with to do. She can do it in this portal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of fun because then, she's telling me about what she's seeing. So then I'm in this space with her. And I'm just feeling this expansion of all things. And she goes, well, from my egg, I can see this. And I'm like, what are you doing still in that egg? And she goes, it never crossed my mind I could leave it. And so I want to encourage all of you to get out of your egg.
Leave the egg.
Leave the egg. I was like, why are you still in the egg? And so yeah, get out of the bubble.
Self-imposed limitations.
Yeah. And what was really interesting, and I know I've done this before too, she was really attached to the body. Like she felt like her body needed this container, but I mean, she wasn't in her body. She just perceived a body so that, just for her humanness to perceive that she had a body, and this body was this container. Yeah. And I was like, but you don't have a body. You're out of body. So we were having some really fun conversations around that. But I had done that before where I went on a journey. Gosh, this was years ago. And I went into the water and I felt like I needed a breathing tank. And then I realized I don't need a breathing tank. I'm not in a real body, not in a physical body that needs air.
Not the same rules.
No, and it's quite freeing when you can consider that
whatever I want, I can
whatever you want. Get out of the container and allow yourself to be the expansion and see it from all the angles and don't limit that. And it was really kind of fun because we were just having this really expansive, playful moment of moving out of that container and just being in the energy. And yeah, so that was fun. It was extraordinary, but I thought maybe this would kickstart some questions for you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any stories to share?
I was just
you're getting chickens.
I am going to get chickens. I'm working on ordering a chicken coop now that'll be put together. I'm going to have somebody put it together. I entertain the idea of doing it myself, and I probably could.
Yeah.
And I might help, but I'm kind of getting into this place of allowing others to help me.
Like that.
Not really needing, because that's been a pattern of mine is I can do it. I will do it. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
With it, I'll just do it, so that kind of thing. I can do it. I'll just do it all. And so recently I'm learning how to delegate. That's a big thing for me. And And then also with this, it's like these things, it's like, it's okay to let someone else come in. And like this person came in, I was redoing my office. And so I got new stuff. And it wasn't like there was anything wrong with the other stuff. In fact, it's very good desk and everything like that. But I've had it for like almost 30 years. I was like, I think I just want something different, and I just want a different look. I just want something different. And so that's where it's being repurposed. So it's not like I'm just, trashing it like that. It's going to be used in a good way. But so that was removed, and then I had all the new stuff and it had to be built. And I started out building it myself, and then it was like I hit some obstacles and like, this isn't for me. I mean, I could do some of it, but not all of it. And I was like, you know what? I just need to get help. And I got some, and that guy, I mean, I was doing it on like weekends and stuff, and it was taking me days to get as far as I had done. This guy came in, got all the pieces done in like 4 hours. Like, see, just let someone else do it.
Now it's done and you can enjoy it. And
Mhm.
you're not gonna sit there and go, oh, there's that corner that I messed up when I did the thing. And it's all just pretty and pristine.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
It's
good.
nice. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then then that's allowing me, because then he's excited about the chicken coop. So, so as soon as that comes in, then he'll be back and he'll do that. And yeah, and that's gonna be a fun next chapter, is having chickens and
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to see you in one of those videos where you squat down and you reach out and the chicken runs up and you hug it. Think you could create that for me?
I'll see what that can do.
Yeah.
I haven't, you know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is what happened this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm in the country. We know that, these are the perils of being in the country. You have wildlife.
Yeah.
All around. I do not have fences. I mean, it's just, I live here among all the wildlife. And the deer come all around, they're around. And so I just have to know when I'm planting things, there's some things I just don't plant because the deer are going to eat it. And then it's like, there's some things I'm taking my chances on. And so I had some plants like the tail of the hibiscus. I got them last year. And it was so funny because I have a tendency when I get something, I set it beside the car, and then before I move it on to where it's going to go. And for whatever reason, I left it overnight beside the car. And the next morning I came out to take the walk, and every single one was stripped down to the branches. The deer came and they ate it all up. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I got them up on the deck and I'm nursing them. They all came back. They're beautiful, gorgeous. And then through the winter, I put them in the greenhouse so they would make it through the winter. I brought them back out, and they were gorgeous looking, billowing out, and they're getting all their flowers are coming out. Okay. And I had all these plants up here safe on the deck, right? I come out this morning, I noticed a plant was knocked over. I thought, well, that's weird. And I put it back up and I go and look, and all the hibiscus have been stripped off. All of my plants up there have been eaten on. The only way that could happen is a deer had to come up on the deck. I've never seen that happen. I'm like,
Put
what?
spikes on it. Oh my gosh.
Like, wait a minute. I have
Rocket
boundaries.
I have boundaries.
Like, you can eat out there. I have deer proof that as much as I can, but come on, I thought things were safe up on the deck.
Wow. Must have looked too good.
Must
But
have. I mean,
how is that Rocket didn't be
well, it
like
was during the night. It
there's-
would have been early this morning. I did see a deer right out my bedroom window early, like he wasn't up yet. And it could have been that one. I don't know. But
was
yeah,
his belly big?
it was a nice looking doe. Anyway, I don't know. It was just like, oh man, but I do know they come back, but now the deer know that's up there. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't
Now
know
what?
how safe it is. I may have to put some kind of a barricade up there now. And
Oh my gosh. Oh,
the
living
woes of country wildlife.
right. Yeah. Well, we'll pray for the plants. All right, Tiffany, what do you want to share about what's been going on with you?
I don't It's not, I haven't had any entertaining stories, so it's
Oh,
been
No,
pretty,
no wildlife or what about the lizard in your pineapple plants?
what?
nope, actually they haven't been there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They were
Not
taking up
even the
residence.
lizard.
She had lizards that were taking up residence in her pineapple plants.
Oh.
Yeah, and they would come inside. Well, they would come inside because I didn't know they were there, and then they would get hunted by the crazies that live in my house.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Nothing is safe here.
So for you,
Wildlife at her house is her dog and
or
cat.
yeah, for Tiffany, it's the inside of the
Yeah.
house that things are being hunted, and for you, it's the outside.
The outside, yeah.
Oh, I have a story. It's
Okay.
not a good story, but just so that I can supply one.
Participate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So apparently Piper, that's my dog. I had to go on a work trip that was just overnight, and so my best friend's wife was watching my dog, and I have to baby proof. I have always baby proofed for my animals because that's life. And I get a text. Piper found the kids' snacks that are on the bottom. Who puts their snacks in the bottom? I mean, they know Piper. She will get into backpacks. She will get into anything. If anyone comes over to my house, I say, do you have food in that bag? Put it up because she will get in your bag. So apparently she got in, but she only ate like 2.5 to almost 3 little things of peanut butter crackers. So she only ate the crackers. When I saw the picture, it was full of like chips and all sorts of things, but she only went for the peanut butter crackers. So
Wow.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
yep,
Good.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So she was a naughty girl, but what's
So
new?
our stories are centering around silly animals.
Yeah. It does seem to be. I'm going to write that down.
Yep.
We do have silly animals. I put a catio out back, speaking of silly animals. You know, we have 2 cats that don't go outside. And my Siamese cat can go outside because she won't jump over the fence. She's old, she won't do it. So but the 2 young ones, we don't want them running off. So I put a catio out there connected to a little window door. And so the 2 cats will now go out there and they sit. And then the Siamese cat, which I think you guys have seen every once in a while sitting back there, she will just parade herself outside of that little cage that, you know, the catio pin. And she'll lay out there and they just cry and cry because she's on the outside of this cage, just showing off that she's got the freedom to move about the yard. It was like, anyway, so that was my silly animal
That's
share.
an ornery animal.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now, but it did crack me up. And then they sat out there and howled, and apparently a neighbor cat came over to relieve them of their loneliness. And so it sat on the outside of the cage. The kids were taking pictures going, whose cat is that? You know? So we're going to have some experiences with the catio, but this will be fun because, you know, they sit there at the window and they want to go outside. So now they can, and we know they're safe and they won't wander off and disappear. So that'll be good. Yeah. All right. Are we ready? Do we have questions?
We have a few.
Awesome.
First I want to say, I love you too, Sea Lavender. That was directed at me. Thank you.
That's very sweet. Love that. Aw.
Let's see. Let's start with maybe this could be a heavy hitter. What percentage of life would you say is predetermined?
Oh, good.
Of your life is predetermined? Gosh, that's a good question. I mean, you have things that you come in, you have things that you want to accomplish. So you have a plan that you make. And so there's certain things that are in that plan. You have meetings with people, you have, you know, different things, you know, you want to do with people. So those are planned. And then other things, you know, you're free to do other things too. If other opportunities or whatever happens, those are experiences. Those are all just, you know, let's see what we do with those. And those are like extras. As to what percent,
Let's make up a number like 13.74.
Well, 50 popped in my head, but I want to think it's more that you've planned out.
That's pre-planned? Or is this like destiny kind of things? Like I'm
Yeah, it's like the
this
plan that you make. You
person.
have meeting, you have juncture points, you have, marriages and family
Yeah.
and all these things. Those are planned. Those are
planned.
agreements that you made.
Yeah.
And then you have,
Well, so technically then your whole life is probably kind of planned, and then you have the free will
yeah, you
to,
have a blueprint.
yeah,
Because
you have a blueprint.
decorating is
Up to you.
exactly
How you experience it, how
Yeah.
you respond to it. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good question though. It does make you think. That was a
It
good
does.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was-
I would
so what
think,
would you
no,
say
you're
the
right.
percentage?
Like all of it is you're
Mhm.
planning all of
Mhm.
it. Like I want to achieve this in my lifetime and come into
Yeah.
this family, meet these people, have these lessons, go through these experiences.
Right.
Then how you respond to all of that and who you become through all of that is the free will piece, right?
Right. That's
Yeah.
the free will. And then also I think there's probably some other things that just get thrown in, but it's probably along that line of your reactions or just different things that can happen there. But yeah, the more you think about it, it's like the more of it that is planned, actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
your reaction is never planned. That's why you set these scenarios up, is to see what you'll do with it.
Yeah.
And you probably are doing it many times over just to get different reactions, different response. That's where you split and start doing some of these different timelines, is looking at how am I going, what are the
Timelines.
things I could do? Yeah.
Now you got me on a new subject.
Okay.
So the same friend that we did the expansion with, she sends me a video later, which totally made sense because we went out into this total expansion. My question to you is, where's the heart in your body? Where would you find it?
Literally, physically? I mean,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Where physically is the heart in your
Right
body?
there. It's right there in
In
the
the
chest.
in this, but is it right, left, center?
It's slightly, it's just slightly to the left, but it's like right here.
Okay. Who in the audience remembers that the heart is on the left side?
That may have been what you were told, but if you went to nursing school, it's in the center. So,
And that's what people
they used to always say, yeah, it's over here, but it's like, remember, what are you pressing on when you have to do CPR? You're on that sternum, which is right over the heart. It's compressing the heart. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Okay, so I understand that answer.
That was a medical answer, sorry.
No, this is the Mandela thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
I remember the heart being behind the left lung.
Okay.
And
I remember
learning that and
now that you're saying that, and I remember because they talk about women's breasts. Usually the left one is larger than the right one, because that's what they would say, because the heart is over there. It is a little bit, but
right.
that's
It
what
is a
they would
little
say
bit.
over there. Mhm.
So this friend sent me a thing saying, who remembers the heart being on the left side?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yeah, it's on the left side, like not behind the sternum.
Not a
And-
little look like
And
way over here.
until yesterday, my reality, I have never, ever, 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 ever in my lifetime heard anyone say the heart is behind the sternum.
Mm.
And Saba calls me yesterday, right after I get this video. I said, Saba, where's the heart? And she goes, it's right behind the sternum. And I'm like, what? And so I Googled it, and I could have fallen out of my chair. All the pictures, every picture.
Yeah, it's right there.
I promise you, I came from a timeline where that is not where the heart was. And I just want to know, does anybody else remember the timeline where the heart was on the left side?
Well, and I can tell you, I remember back, and that you're saying that, I remember things like that, but I know that it's here because of my medical stuff.
But that's also because of the timeline you're on. So I finally caught up to you. I'm on that timeline now.
Okay. But I remember the other. But I remember the other as well.
Yeah. You probably beat me to the other timeline. I don't know.
Okay.
But when I Googled that and the pictures came up, I almost fell off my chair because and I called mom and dad both. They got heart things going on, you know.
Yeah.
I called mom up. I said, what side's the heart on? Or where's the heart in the body? Because I don't want to say what side. Where's the heart in the body? And she goes, well, it's on the left side. And I said, are you sure about that? And she goes, yeah. And she asked Dad, where's the heart in the body? And he goes, it's on the left side. And I said, go, let's Google it. Google it. And I sent her the little video, and she's like, she's sitting there going, no, is this a joke? Is this a joke?
Oh, wow.
She had the same reaction I did. Like,
Okay.
what the heck? I thought for sure when I Googled it, I was just going to be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is another one of those stupid AI things, or, you
Right.
know, somebody just being silly and pranking. And when I saw every picture when I Googled and I went to images, and that they were all in the center, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I seriously, until yesterday, no one has ever said it's behind the sternum, ever. And I'm like,
Wow.
so whatever timeline I'm on now, this is the heart's in the center. So anyways, I just thought I would share that with you guys.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
kind of a fun discovery yesterday.
That's
because,
maybe a new one, you know, from the other ones that we'd.
yeah,
maybe.
because, you know, we've talked about buildings being there before and now they're not, or vice versa, you know, like overnight there's something that
Yeah.
shows up and it's like, what timeline am I on?
Mhm.
But I have had this happen before with the kidneys. The kidneys used to sit down lower by the tailbone, and now they sit up by the rib cage.
Well,
So
they sit, it's like in the small of the back is where they sit.
but
So kind of in between both. I mean, the tailbone is lower. I mean, that's like between the two places you're saying. It's
but
close.
if you were to put your
They
hands
do
just
sit
above
high.
your hips, that's where they used to be. Now they're up higher
Yeah, they
by the
sit up.
rib cage.
Mhm, mhm.
They used to not be there.
And
In
it could have been, maybe
timeline.
we were taught erroneous things in school.
Then why? I'm not the only one though. I mean, like I never even realized it until I saw a video on it, and I was like, no, they sit lower. And then, you know, and I've gone through the anatomy classes and all the things, you know. I'm not oblivious to where body parts are. And so, but I'm not the only one that remembers it that way. Otherwise, I'd be like, you're right, I'm just an idiot and my education system failed me. But I'm not the only one that remembers it like that.
No, and I remember that also. See, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if it was something about the way it was done in school, because I remember that, but then I got in nursing school and maybe even something later, and it was like it was relevant to know where they were, and it was like, wow, they're a lot higher than I thought. I remember thinking that they're a lot higher than I thought they were.
Interesting.
Mhm.
All right. Well, there's
So-
possibilities out there, you guys. Who remembers what? All right. So now we have the Mandela effect.
Mhm.
I think it's,
Timelines.
to me, it's kind of interesting because we were talking about DNA, you know, these waves of energy that were coming in, we're actually adjusting our DNA.
Right.
And then I wake up in a world where my heart's in the center.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it used
You
to
know,
be
and somebody sent me, you know, we were talking last week about the energies and the different things, and someone said that was being written, it was in Convoluted Universe book 2, and someone sent me the excerpt of it, and it was like, it was something about, gosh, my memory isn't going to be, but it was about, in that part, it was talking about that energy or these things were going to be happening in like 22 years, and this was written in 2001.
we're here.
Right on track for,
Wow.
yeah, for, it was like, it was all gonna be going, and it was stuff about the red. It was like the red, you will start noticing red, and that will be showing you that you know, this is this cycle and it's completing, or it's happening.
Wow.
But yeah, but it's like we'd really notice it like now, and that's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Even
I didn't remember
even
that.
the hillsides in Sedona, where normally you see the energy as being white, they were red. Like the glow of the mountains were red.
Yeah.
So that was, yeah, I'm seeing red.
Mhm.
And it's not because I'm angry, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And you know, and I read all those books like after she wrote them, and it's been a while since I've read them. And thank you for bringing that up, and definitely for sending that to me, because you know, stuff like that, that's wonderful. It's confirmation, and it's like, you know, she was just relaying information that she was getting, and it's like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh, now we're in the
we're
time
seeing it.
Absolutely.
I love it. Yeah, I love that. All right, Tiffany, where's your heart?
Is this a trick question?
Where do you perceive your heart to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Did we answer the other question all the way? The percentage of
We never said a
life?
percentage. But I think the more we talked about it, the more it is that it's planned.
Yeah. What do you think, Tiff?
Bingo.
Bingo. A winner. All right. What else you got?
All right. This is fun. This is from Simon. Are birds multidimensional? Do they travel through portals when they migrate? Why do they sing? Is it light language?
Well, it's their language. You know, I mean, they understand each other. I do that sometimes. I just listen to all of them talking and they're responding to each other. And it's like, well, you guys understand what you're saying. You know, it's their language. Every single animal has their own language. The bulk of it being telepathic. They do have voices. As far as what was the first question? Are they
birds
multidimensional?
multidimensional?
I think all animals are. I mean, we
Well,
all are. We're
we're
energetic beings.
multidimensional.
Everything is. We're all moving among dimensions. So, and I think the animals are more aware of it. Now, as far as portals when they migrate, that's a good question. That would be an excellent question in a session to find out.
That would be
I'm
a
not
good
getting
one.
anything in the stream. I'm just kind of getting like, why not? But that's I'm actually seeing what he's asking. Ooh, that could be cool. You know, it's like they go in
I
and
want to be able to travel like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just
Because
walk
I
through a
mean,
little
when
portal
you
into the next place you want to be.
because when you think about how far they go, I mean, like these little hummingbirds, I've got them all around the house right now, and they're so cool, but they go a long ways.
Yeah.
Those little guys and their little wings, and they fly a long way when they migrate. All the birds do. It's just amazing what they do. And so
Wow.
that'd be really nice for them if they did have portals to speed up their
You could
travel.
wish for that. Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that. Yeah. Okay. What
Why
else we
not?
got?
Let's just
Yeah, why not?
why not?
In our reality, they have portals.
Yeah. If you have a session, Simon, ask that question and get back to us. That would be a wonderful thing to know.
All right. Ding-dong.
You know, on that, before we go to the next thing, this is reminding me, the birds and everything. Remember back, I don't know when this was, but do you remember when there was all that sudden there were birds, all of dead birds everywhere, you know, and they'd just be in the out of
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like they just fell from the sky.
Yeah, like a whole flock of them just
Right, they were done.
they hit a wall
Anyway,
and dropped.
yeah, and so that was before Mom passed, and it was the last session that she did with me. She decided to throw in things like that. She would, you know, I know why you don't do that in a session because of when she would do it with me. It was a curiosity for her. She's like, I wonder what's going on with these. So she would ask. And what I got, and I think it ended up in a book, but it was the energy. There was something, let's see, it's like the energy it's normally just run like that. And it did something like a shift like that. And the birds just happened to be there when it did that. And it like they hit a wall and they dropped. And
Oh,
so
wow.
if that's the case, let's carry that into what we're talking about. Because it was an energy thing. It was like it was an energy shift it was really weird. It was like I could see this energy that it's like it did this kind of business. And so it caught the birds in there. So if that could do that, then why not a portal? Because
Yeah.
they're riding an energy wave. I think, oh, that makes total sense. They're riding an energy wave when they migrate.
That does
And then-
make sense. Yeah.
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 Anyway, that's,
I have a bad duck joke, but I think I'll save it for another day. I'll spare you guys.
but that was, yeah, it was just like, it was like, what was going on? I know a lot of conspiracy was around it, but it was an energy thing. It was something to do with the energy shifting on the planet at that point.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing it. It was just like the energy. You know how you see that they have the sign, the symbol they make for energy a lot of times is, or electricity. It
Oh,
looked like
yeah.
that. It's like it was cracked or something. So,
Okay.
and it,
And they hit it wrong. Their
yeah,
timing.
it's like they hit a brick wall.
Well, I do remember that. Like they're all in the same area and dead. Like they just dropped from the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it safe to bring Tiffany in?
It is, it is.
Okay.
I just, that came in, I'm like, okay, that must be relevant. So,
Yeah. Okay, Tiffany. Do you have anything to add to the birds?
Nothing productive. I would add, Pixar is not up to date. I watched the movie Migration and there was no teleporting.
oh, I didn't even know about a migrating Pixar movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cute.
that's funny. All right. What else we got?
All right, let's see. This is a let's walk through soul speak. So Lori, get your typing fingers ready.
Yeah, because you're gonna be back and forth
Yep.
here.
Tiffany, I'd like to ask about issues in the right side of my body.
Okay.
Minor and major pains, mostly around my shoulder and breast. I just got soul speaking last week.
Okay. And what you'll find in there that is answered in the book, anything on the right side of your body is giving you a really, really good indication. It's about something that's going on right now. And so now where it is will give us even more guidance, but usually just saying that, just telling somebody it has to do with something going on right now in your life, usually you will have a good indication of what that is. Anything on the left side has to do with something from the past, this life or another life, but it's from the past. The right is there's something going on in your life right now that it's trying to get your attention about. The shoulder, what did you say? The shoulder and what?
The shoulder and the right breast.
And the
Correct.
right
Thank you.
breast. So this area, okay, the breasts have to do with nurturing. The shoulder, this whole part, you know, it's like it connects the arms, so it's like that could be embracing, it could be, you know, love, I don't know, but this whole area, you know, it's about bringing in, you know, it could be hugging, loving, so it may have anybody,
Can
but
it be
there's
shouldering something too?
it could be, it's just, but yeah, she's saying the shoulder. I keep getting this, I don't know why I'm doing that when she said the shoulder. I'm doing like the rotator, which she did not say. So
Yeah.
I don't know why
Okay,
I'm
so
doing that.
more clarity on that maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, it could be the weight, carrying weight, that has something to do with nurturing. You know, but anyway, but it's something going on in your life right now. So that will help you identify it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so we'll be watching for that response, see if there's any more.
mhm.
And until then, ding dong.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Sonia is asking if ruminating will get less with a QHHT session.
Ruminating, is that remembering? Ruminating. Can you explain? Don't use big words on us. Okay. I'm thinking ruminating is reminiscing over and over and over again, but please clarify. I want to know for sure.
Yeah, like ruminating on something like they
that
can't
keeps
get
on
their
going.
mind off of it, is
Mhm.
what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
Depends on, I mean, it can get better with QHHT session, of course.
Yeah, because if it's something if it's going like over and over and over again, it's something that's trying to get your attention.
Yeah,
So it's,
repeating
what is
over
it I need to
thoughts.
know about this, so absolutely, because you can you can get to the bottom of it. What is it trying to tell you? Once you have that, you don't need to keep doing it. It's already delivered the message.
Yeah. Yeah. So the answer
Are
is
we
yes.
correct on the ruminating definition?
Yeah. Yeah. They put in here pondering over and over.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. Repeating thoughts over and over again.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ruminating on that, definitely that could
Mhm.
be put to rest in a QHHT session.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mhm.
Next, ding dong.
So this kind of goes back to the Mandela effect. Donna is asking, does anyone ever remember the cicadas being out for a longer period of time during the summer, like most of the summer? Well, Donna, I don't know where you are, but here in Texas, I feel like they're screaming from like May until December. So
There you
That's
go.
funny.
Kind of depends. I haven't heard them. Well, I'm inside, so I don't know. I haven't heard them yet. I don't think. I'll listen for them. I think they're just a natural background, so I don't pay attention to them.
And I don't have them here. So
They what?
we don't have them here.
Oh, okay.
So I can't answer that.
They
you
blend in
really
with
don't? Lucky.
yeah, they blend. Texas, they're very loud. I was watching some show and they were in Texas and you could really hear them. They're like, it's like this all the time. They're
Oh my
really loud.
gosh.
You could hear it they couldn't film without it, it was just there. But like here you have cicadas, but I don't think they're out a lot. But I think you're right. I think they used to be out more. So maybe they're all moving more south. Maybe that's why there's so much in Texas.
Maybe when
But
they move the heart to the center, they move the cicadas out to
maybe or the
Texas. They
south.
put them all in Texas.
Maybe because
Yeah,
we're
they're all
loud here.
Yeah, but it's like the background noise here is the cicadas, the frogs, and crickets, lizards, whatever makes noise out there. Yeah. All your nighttime critters.
Oh,
Well, and
Occasional-
apparently this year, the cicadas, there are, Donna's in North Carolina. They're only out a few weeks this year. Apparently this year, there's two different types of cicadas, and they happen to be like an overlap. Like it's like they come out, one comes out every 18 years, the other one comes out every 15. I'm making up numbers.
I was thinking of 7. I thought 7 was one of the cycles.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't remember. I'm just making up numbers, but yeah, but this year they happen to be overlapping. And so there's going to be extra. So
it's going to be a cicada party.
Yes. They're so gross.
You're in the middle of it.
You struck a nerve with that question. It's like cicada heaven in everybody's cicada this. Yeah, there's a lot of comments going on. So
I'm gonna pay attention now. I hadn't even noticed this year. Usually they make enough noise that gets your attention.
Well, if we get a large group of people moving to the West Coast, we'll know why. Because I mentioned there's no cicadas over here. So you have to be like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're delightful.
They're just noisy.
Yeah. It's part of nature.
Well, they used to say that they are crying for rain is what they do. But no joke, it'll rain and then they're screaming. And so when they do that, I tell them it just rained. So I don't know what you're screaming about.
Maybe they're excited because it just rained. They're letting all their buddies know so they can come.
That's right.
I like that. I like that. Oh, Donna clarified it's 13 and 17 years for the cicadas.
17. Why do I have 7 in my head? What is 7 then?
Just a lucky number.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. Okay, what's next on our menu?
Let's see here. This was a question that was in the chat. It wasn't directed. It didn't have my name next to it, but I figured I'd highlight it. This is Sarah, I'm curious to know, when we pass over, are there self-serving beings that want us to come back on the karma wheel, as this is the only way they can exist through our belief? Do we have the option to say no thank you and choose to go straight to source?
It's like the third time I'm hearing this. This is interesting.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
know that I'm understanding the question.
When you leave this body, yeah, read it the way that they put it again, because they're asking, is there an option to get back on the karma wheel? Which, are you being tricked to get back on the karma wheel, or is there an option to say no and move beyond that?
Got it. Okay. No.
You want me to read it again, though, or that's
Yeah.
essentially what it said?
I would, yeah, please read it again.
Okay. I'm curious to know, when we pass over, are there self-serving beings that want us to come back on the karma wheel, as this is the only way they can exist through our belief? Do we have the option to say no thank you and choose to go straight to source?
No, no. No, there's no self-serving beings. That there's a whole system, and no, that doesn't happen.
I was going to say, I don't have any of those experiences in any of the sessions I have. People go, they go
where you're going to go, you're on
you.
your path.
Yeah, they leave, they view, they look at the life that they just had, they go back to where they came from, or they go back to a space. A lot of times they sit in a room or a space where they're recovering, or just resting, and then they'll go do a life review, and then they can decide if they want to do more or take a break or go somewhere else. I've never had anything like the self-serving beings keeping them on the wheel.
No, and the other thing is, the karma's gone. It's not there anymore. So anything, like, you might be having things like there, you have the life review and you're looking at things. It's like, okay, what did I learn? What did I do? What did I accomplish? And then you yourself are making decisions about what you want to do. If you want to do, let me try it again. I'm going to see if I can do this differently. What other experience can I have? Or I'm okay with that. I think I've exhausted all the possibilities out of that experience that I can get. So I'm ready for something else. You are the one making the decisions. Nobody's over there going, hey, I know we talk about volunteers and guides and all these things. They're just assisting. Nobody makes us do anything. We are choosing. We're on our path, and we are the ones with the growth and the lessons that we're having the experiences to learn things. So
yeah.
And all those, like the review, they're repeating it again. The review, it's really cool if you read Between Death and Life. She's talking about, like, not only are you reviewing your life and the way you saw it, but you also see it from all the other characters that were in there, from their perspective, and how things that you said, things that you did, how it affected them. See, that's when you go, oh, wow, we don't realize how we're affecting others. And then in the review, we get to see that. And so then we can go, okay, I think I could have handled that differently, or I would like to do that again, just to do it. See, that's where we make those choices and doing things in a different way. It's not karma anymore. It used to be, but that's different now because we have evolved, and now we can do it. It's like, this is, I'm choosing to just do something different here. I wanted to make a different choice. I want to have a different experience. I want to learn different things and balance it out, whatever you want to call it. But it's not like, you must go rectify this. You got, you'd hurt them, they got to hurt you now. It doesn't do that anymore.
No. Yeah.
Do you remember when that shifted? I was trying to remember that this morning. I remember
it's been a couple of years that we've been talking about it now.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember being in England, in Oxfordshire, the first time I talked about it. And that's been quite a while. That's when I got that visual. I mean, it's so clear. Treadmill, treadmill, treadmill. And they're like, just step off of it. I'm like, what? Yeah, just step off of it. You don't have to be on it anymore. Just get off. And it's like, well, then now what? You do what you want. Just like,
and if you're in a relationship or a situation where you feel like it's karmic, look at that, because it might actually just be meant to trigger you to heal something within yourself. And
they said anything that looks like karma is habit. You're still going
Yeah.
through the things, the emotions, because that's what you are used to and what you've been expecting, so you
What's
keep
familiar.
doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all familiar, but as soon as any point, and it could be from us talking about it, you're going, wait a minute, I don't want to be on this anymore. Then all you have to do is step off. And now it's you being responsible for your actions. See, before it was like, oh, karma, it's somebody else is doing it. The devil made me do it, all these different things. Now it's, oh, this was my choice. I did this. And if there's an effect, anything I do has an effect, so we look at cause and effect now. And I did this. And that's then in the review, you're looking at what were the effects of my actions, and then is there anything I would like to change or anything I'd like to do better, whatever, that it's your choice. And if you feel like, okay, it's all great and wonderful, then okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Just go on.
Wonderful. So
But
no
we
more
like to have experiences. We are experiential, energetic beings. We learn by experiences and we like to have lots of them. So I don't know that we're, when we're here, and this is just coming out. When we're here, we're like, oh gosh, I can't wait to get out and just go home, go to source, be done with this. I don't want to ever come back. But when we're there, we're like, oh man, I can't wait to get back to learn, whatever else, that was so much fun. That was exciting. And it was over before I knew it. Oh my gosh, I got so many other things I want to do. How about we go do this? And it's like, then we get back in there. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? It's about perspective.
Yeah.
Well, we can see.
Yeah. And I think the more you get out of that container we were talking about at the beginning of the show, you're going to start understanding why you want to be here.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when we were in that floating around in that ether and that space we're in, I was like, I just had this total aha moment about how great it is to be here. It's like, oh, there's so many experiences that we get to have here, including the ones that, aren't so fun. But we're like, when we're on that side, we're like, yeah, I'll experience that. I want to experience things. And I totally got that vibe from it of, I want to go over there and I want to experience what it's like to be in this human body. What is it like to, eat and sleep and all the things in between. But I believe we're here to be happy, to experience fun things. And I know that's where some of the constructs have brought us into routines and belief systems that keep us from some of that. And that's what we're overcoming. That's what we're breaking down now.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we're going to have a good time.
Absolutely. You're the creator, so what do you want? What do you want to create? You're not being drugged and you're not being forced and you're not, pushed into things. Yeah, I know we volunteered or whoever, if you volunteered to come here, some of us were pushed to come here, whatever, but you still volunteered. It was something you still wanted to do,
Yeah.
may have been reluctant or whatever, but you still came with a reason and things like that. So, yeah, just know that you got a gold ticket to be here.
Yeah. That's why I like that.
My throat, this something.
Something's coming up. Yeah. Usually when we're talking in the throat or whatever gets affected, it's to pay attention. So do we have time for another question or are we at the end?
I don't know. We haven't gotten a warning, but we should be really close.
There it is.
Go
Okay.
3 minutes. Okay. Maybe one quickie.
Quickie question.
Well, we can go. Lori answered about her shoulder if you want to talk about that a little bit. She said that right now I'm not wanting to work, but dragging myself to a job every day because I feel like I have to.
Okay. Yeah. And so that's waiting and she's not nurturing herself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for the nourishment. So it's probably something about self-love. So talk to your body, ask it what it wants you to know and what it wants you to do. Just to ask it, okay, you already know what it's trying to tell you. You got that. Now, what do you want me to know? And what do you want me to do? So just talk to the body and just see what it says. But that's your next action.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
the description of it is always so telling, isn't it? And that's such a powerful thing. How would you describe it? Yeah. So
absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm just guessing here, you know, based on what you said. So you can ask it, what do you want? What are you trying to tell me, to get a very specific for you answer? That's just based on this. I'm just making, it's like, that sounds, that could be, you know, but you will get the exact answer.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
All right. So at this point, how do people, if they want to be a practitioner, see a practitioner, get a session done, take a course, go to a retreat, where do they go?
Everything QHHT, go to qhhtofficial.com. QHHT, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, which is what a lot of what we've been talking about. And it's also what the technique that my mother, Dolores Cannon, created, developed. And that's where the information, you know, that she got, that's in her book. So, you know, if that resonates with you, then, and if you'd like to be a practitioner and help other people get the answers to their questions and get this deep stuff, it's really cool. I mean, it's never a boring job, you know, to do this. It's a new adventure every single session. So anyway, QHHT official, and we have the courses on level 1, and then Tracy has a code. Before we go to that, Tracy has a code if you'd like to get 10% off the price of your course.
Yeah, 10% off is The Magic is Real, all one word, The Magic is Real. That gets you 10% off your course.
Yeah. And then
doing next weekend we won't.
Next weekend. Yeah. We're going to be in Lake Castaic, California, at the Disclosure Fest Mass Meditation Initiative, and I will be doing a workshop on Soul Speak. So
yeah. So come find us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's gonna have books there to sign too. So just saying, yeah, come on over. Okay. Well, wonderful. Thank you, Tiffany. Do you have any parting words of wisdom for the group?
Hope everybody has a great evening.
Great parting words.
Okay. Love you all. Thank you so much
everybody.
for being here.
Bye.
Bye.